One of the greatest mysteries in One Piece is the identity of Sogeking.
Who is Sogeking?
A question that has plagued 11 generations. My first step for trying to identify Sogeking was trying to narrow down the candidates. And of course, this started with his intro song, Sniper Island. So of course I immediately looked at all of the snipers in One Piece. However, unfortunately, none of these heed from Sniper Island, therefore leaving me with two possibilities. Sogeking was lying, or this sniper has yet to be revealed. Common theming through Water 7 and the other arcs in which Sogeking pops up is that he is the duality of Usopp, a good friend of his. Words of Drake and Josh. If one of them is a liar, then the other one must be a truther. Then I started to look at characters that had undefined pasts. There were a lot of options for this, so I also tried to look at discernible features. Amongst other things, he seems to be rather tall, with an afro, with a rather vexing knobbing nose. With my idea that it would possibly be somebody already discovered in the story, it only leads to two possibilities, Aokiji and Gaimon. Obviously it's not Aokiji. Why would he help the Straw Hat Pirates, as well as the fact that the Buster Call was invoked by his order? It wouldn't make sense. But Gaimon. Perhaps we can look deeper. If you are unaware, or you simply do not remember, Gaimon's main character traits is that he was stranded on an island inside of a chest. He then grew an afro, met Buggy as well as the pirates, and decided to stay there for the company of the animals that lived there. But I would like to raise this question, dear viewer. Is this actually true? The proximity of Gaimon's island has been noted to be somewhere in the East Blue, as well as the obvious fact that he would not have been able to get out of the chest. So I went back to the drawing board. Why would Gaimon leave? And the answer wasn't canon. You see, midway through Skypiea and as well as Logetown, we see a couple of filler episodes involving Buggy, where he meets Gaimon. With these interactions, we can note that Buggy basically invokes a lot of the same things as the Straw Hats. Gaimon does not want to leave. However, what if this was not for the purpose of love, and it was simply a lie? Well, Sogeking's array of weapons that have been graciously passed down to Usopp after the events of Water 7 included the array and power of many fiery creatures. Perhaps that of an experienced older gentleman? Perhaps. And what about his other features? For example, his box. What is he hiding there? And I would like to pose that this is not in fact a nose, but in fact, Gaimon's cock. It would make a lot of sense if you think about it. Gaimon's main claim is his desire to want to help his friends, and what better way to do that than inadvertently carry them through Enies Lobby through his Sogeking persona. The reason many of his features, as noted with his black hair, are not present on Sogeking's face is that he is actually Gaimon's cock and his ball hair stuffed upside down. This would explain his odd mask and why he would choose to cover such a feature. Strengthening this thought experiment is the fact that he was basically in a box, meaning his hands and feet were versatile, basically interchangeable. So perhaps he would physically interchange them, then graciously pass them down to Usopp. But one final thing was struggling me. Why, therefore, would he get out of the box? And how do we not see his head or any other proportion? To these points, I would like to redirect Gaimon's earlier version as a point of this. He is slender yet dexterous, truly the embodiment of a pirate. And through his interactions with both the Straw Hats and Buggy, he was finally able to realize his wooden cage should be dismantled. But to find official proof, I looked in an SBS, and there it was, manga cover number 76. Sogeking exclusive, the only official artwork that is confirmed of Sogeking for the events of Water 7, and that bulge, that Gaimon structure, is nearly identical. So, I'm sorry. I have dismantled one of the greatest mysteries in One Piece. My deepest apologies, and I hope that this Sogeking theory brings all of you closure. Subscribe for next week when I prove that Crocodile is Luffy's mom.